Hey, everybody. On today's episode of Cook's Nook, we have Dionne C. Monsanto, and you can learn about her journey to joy. Check it out. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cook's Nook. Great to see you all. And today we are in for such a treat because we have Dionne C. Monsanto today in the house. It's great to have you. Thanks for being here.
I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. And if you don't know Dionne, now you know. She's pretty amazing. She is the chief joy connector and founder of Joyous Ocean LLC. And this connects people to their joy. As a best-selling author, life transformational coach, speaker, mental health advocate, and performer, she creates the space for her clients to safely realize their goals and build better versions of themselves. She's a native New Yorker, but a global citizen. As such, she has been on TV, radio, and in print. Her most recent features were on PBS, CBS, and in Time magazine. She is a helper who loves cooking, music, and laughter. She sees all of them as moving meditations. I love that. Dionne, thank you so much again for being here. Let's launch right into our questions because we've got a lot to go over. So first of all, we heard that you're originally from New York. Tell us about that.
Literally born and raised here. So born and raised in New York Hospital, can't be more of a New Yorker than that.
Yeah.
And then I went from New York Hospital, lived in the Bronx, lived in Harlem. Now I'm in Washington Heights. So New York, New York, New York.
New York.
Elementary through high school. It's just been, I don't know. I love New York. I'm still here. I love traveling, but I still come back home.
Tell us what made you decide to open this business. Tell us a little bit about the business. Give us the beginnings.
Joyous Ocean LLC was actually born out of a challenge with some friends. It was called the Be the Expert Challenge. And one of the questions came out of like, what is your superpower? And I'm really good at bringing joy and energy into a space. And we considered that comparable to the ocean. And how do I bring joy to people? With my words, with speaking, with yoga, with dance, and even with the theater background, with improv. So really finding ways to connect to people and create this business. But it also chose me because I was in financial services at the time. The name came up like 10 years ago. I was an officer at Morgan Stanley and then JP Morgan Chase, but always doing something after work. So I had the 9 to 5, and this business was my passion project of the 5 to 9. And it started to grow and take hold and get a lot of requests. So it was like, So it's almost like I didn't start the business. It feels like the business started me. With the requests that came from people wanting me to lead a dance, to offer a meditation, like, oh, you do that? Why don't you come and do that here at my school or with my students or at my job? So I would definitely say the profession chose me, if I can say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can say that. So what drives you? What motivates you to do what you do every day? Because there's a lot of facets of your business, and I want to make sure that everyone understands that too. Yeah.
So even though a big part of my business is public speaking, coaching, yoga, dance, and I do it for private clients as well as corporate clients, there's this whole mission around people connecting to their joy because we're better humans, and then the world is a better place once you connect to your joy. Coming from 20 years of financial services experience, you see a lot of miserable people. And once I connect with people at work and just like, oh, how are you? How's your dog? How's your cat? How are the kids? You see their energy shift when you have a touch point with someone and the better working relationship and finding that in all spaces and places. And then a big part that is that I did lose one of my children to suicide. Mm-hmm. That was a really big trigger and understanding we're not seeing everyone's, for lack of a better term, disability. We can't see what everybody else is dealing with. So when you're treating someone else with a level of respect and care that you can inspire and bring a smile out and find some joy in their heart that they can connect to, they can go forward in their better day, and the rest of their day and everybody else they interact with is better. So that motivates me. I can't bring joy to the child that I lost, but I can bring joy to others. I can make working relationships better. I can help corporations make their retention better because happy employees stay at their jobs. Happy employees are productive. Happy employees go forth and produce more. It's better for the bottom line. I'm better when I'm happy. You're better when you're happy. The world is better when they're happy. So I just want to make the world a better place. That is really what motivates me.
To that point as well, I also want to mention that you have the facet of nutrition and health and well-being as a part of your business. So you've got the yoga portion, you've got the public speaking portion, you've got the authoring portion, but then there's also this other component. Can you talk a little bit about that? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned author, I had to flash the book. But
Yes.
with being a health coach really came out of me and my transformation. As I said, so many of my clients and my business found me during a really dark part and challenging part of my life in financial services. I wound up gaining a lot of weight, like 80 pounds, a whole another human. So I'm 5 feet short since I was 11. And being over 200 pounds was a lot mentally, physically, and emotionally. Trying to manage my family, my home. I am a homeowner in Manhattan, and failing marriage, all kinds of things were going on in my life. But I ate my problems. And then realizing that I was not doing well emotionally and I was putting the pounds on. And then that brings on insecurities about my appearance. What do people think? I was a performer, I was a dancer. So the fact that I've had that experience and shed those pounds, I've created a program. I call it right sizing your body and right sizing your life because there's a connection between the two. I was struggling in my life, and my body showed what the struggle that was happening with me emotionally. And when you go through these steps and these programs to see yourself, to acknowledge yourself, to look at what you're eating, when you're eating, and why you're eating, because if you don't tackle those things, you never really get to what's happening in your body with your weight and how does it show up in your life. One of the things that I want people to know about my business that I've hinted at is that some of this comes from my personal life. The fact that I was raising a child that was dealing with depression and anxiety disorder. I've been everything from a size 6 to a 2X. And that wide range impacted me emotionally because there's so much marketing that I have and looking at me as I am now that I've been told that I really need to show pictures of what I used to look like so people have a visual interpretation and understanding that transformation is possible. There's some things that I say that they don't see because people meeting me that have known me for the past 10, 11, or even 12 years don't know about this person that was over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
They didn't see me go from this size and go up and then come back. So I feel like I need to do a better part about understanding that I have a personal connection to who my clients are because I was them.
Yeah. Yep. So tell me about a memorable client or customer experience that you've had recently.
One client was suffering with high blood pressure. And she used to be a fitness trainer. In theory, she knew what she needed to do. But again, doctor, heal thyself. We ultimately need to go to someone else to really have that support and accountability to get things done. So hearing her say when she went to her doctor for a physical and following up that her numbers had moved from red, danger, and to orange, and that they were green. She was like, there was no more red in her life. The fact that and at this point, we were only 4 or 5 months into our coaching, that she had turned the tide of needing to be on medication, because that was one of her major goals, to not be on high blood pressure medication and to manage a lot of it through diet and exercise. But learning what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat, and what are the safe substitutes, what are the safe snacks, how to read the labels. And she felt so empowered after that doctor's appointment to go like, wow, I did this.
Well, Dionne, it is amazing to have you. If someone wants to get in touch with you about any of the things that you do, how can they get in touch with you?
Best thing is just go to my website, joyousocean.com. And if for some reason you forget that and you know my name, Dionne Monsanto, Dionne C. Monsanto. Believe it or not, there's another Dionne Monsanto that doesn't look like me. She's a Philippine actress. So the C is because I see you. DionneCMonsanto.com. and you'll find me. You'll see all these images of me in different places that I've spoken and different clips, different videos. There's a lot of fun. You click a button, you can set up time to chat with me. You can join my mailing list, get a free yoga flow, lots of fun stuff.
Amazing. And join her mailing list. It's wealth of information. I love getting your newsletters. So thank you for sharing that joy with us today. And
Mhm.
be sure to reach out to Dionne C. Monsanto and take part in all of the things she has to offer. And we really appreciate you joining us today. Be sure to have an amazing week, everyone. And we will see you next time on Cook's Nook. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks for watching this episode of Cook's Nook. Be sure to connect with Dionne if you have any questions about her business. And as always, reach out to us if you need any help with buying, selling, or investing in New York City. We'll see you next time.